Hello everybody, it's my first YouTube devlog for Sceptre of God. So I've already done two devlogs on this game, but those were all like text format and on my itch.io page. But now this is the first YouTube version of it, where I can actually show you my Unreal Engine and like personally show you what I've done. Last time I implemented a cool little fade in, so now whenever I enter a level or leave a level, it'll be a nice little fade. So I'm really excited to show you what I've done. I've done really cool like UI changes, inventory rework, proper event dispatcher implementation. So honestly, let's just get into it. So let's start with my base button template. So this is the base button template that I use for my entire like UI. So like let's say my pause button. So my pause button has four of the buttons: one for resume, one for load, one for setting, one for quit. And every time and when you click them, like obviously quit will quit the game, options will open the settings screen, and every time that happens in like an actual game, there'll be a nice little sound like ping or like ch or something like that, right? And I had that in my game too. So like once I click, I would do play sound 2D. But the thing with this is I have to do that for every single clicked button. So for load button, play sound 2D. For resume, play sound 2D. And I realized, wait, if I'm just calling the exact same button and just duplicating it, then why don't I just put the play sound 2D when I click that button and just make the sound instance editable. So now if I go to my pause and I show my button, my resume button, I have a little tab over here where I can change the music to whatever I want. So now if I do like pause, I get a little thing. So that's pretty cool. So the next thing I want to talk about that I've made is event dispatchers and how to properly use them. So the easiest way to probably show this is probably the health bar. Earlier, my earlier implementation of the health bar was was by using the Unreal Engine bindings, but the way this works is that it constantly per event tick, it checks your player current health. So every frame, it will check, okay, has it changed, which is super unnecessary, and like it will probably get expensive if I keep using this. So instead of all that, I just made an event dispatcher. So now the player, this is the enemy. Where's my player? Okay, here it is. I have a little event dispatcher, health change. So now if I go to my interfaces and like do get damaged, so whenever the player gets damaged, it will call the function on health changed, which will alert every blueprint that has basically a bind event. So bind event to health changed, and it will once I do the call, the update health will run. So instead of doing it on tick, it's just whenever the player gets damaged, it will get updated, which is way more efficient and better. The best way that I've actually another good way I've put this into practice is using my item shortcuts. So you'll see in the bottom left corner of the screen I have a little empty, and that empty denotes an item shortcut. So things like a health bar, a health potion or an antidote and things like that. And so whenever a player picks things up, I'll just pick up 2 health potions, click them, set as item shortcut. Oh, look at that, it came over here, and now it's even displaying the number of items I have left. And the way I did this was due to, oops, yeah, here it is, was due to an event dispatcher. So whenever an item is event dispatcher, so whenever this is called, it will call on item shortcut, which is in the main HUD main HUD like blueprint, which updates my main screen that tells us, okay, that's the image you should use. This the health bar is currently the set item. And another thing that you probably guys already saw is I've put in 6 buttons. So originally it was only use, set, and cancel. So this is for using the item, setting item as a shortcut, and cancel. But then I realized I'll have accessories and weapons in the game and things like that. And using a use for that is really dumb. So I added an equip, an unset, and an unequip. So now if I pick up a gem, which is an accessory, and I click on this, I can only, the equip and unequip are grayed out, but use, set, unset, and cancel are highlighted. So depending on which item type you select, it will change the options you have on this on the buttons, which is really cool. And as I was going through this, I realized I only have one singular screen for my inventory. So let's just say you have like over 10 items and you need to scroll. And so if you want a specific item, you'll have to like scroll down all the way through your inventory to find maybe like an accessory or an item and things like that. And that's like pretty inconvenient. So then what I did was I reworked the inventory, and I have a new inventory that that separates the different item types into their own separate like screen. So let's just show this. Let me switch my inventory back to the default one. Save. So now, let me just pick up my items. There we go. The accessory is not showing up because the default is just an item. But for an accessory, you got the gem of defense. And now if I equip it, I have gem of defense. Go to my player. Oh, I only take 10 damage instead of 20, which is what he would normally do. So just to demonstrate that, 80, go to here, accessories, equip, equip, go over here, attack me, good old 70, it's all working. So that's the bulk of what I did. And oh, another small thing that I did was I added a confirmation menu for saving. So now when you save, it'll pop up like this, which is pretty convenient to not like accidentally save maybe where you didn't want to. So that's all that I've done for this devlog, and this week, sorry. And next week I'll probably get to more, I'll probably like finish up my UI optimization, maybe something that I've forgotten. And I'll probably start working on more enemy enemy behavior things. Because if you see, if I attack this, like he doesn't really get alerted. The only time he gets alerted is if he's like sees me. The only reason he's not moving is because there's not a nav mesh, so that I've basically forced him to stay there. So now he's like looking all over the place for me, good old disengage. But once he like disengages, right, if I shoot him from over here, if I can aim, like he doesn't get alerted to my position, and his health bar is not showing up in the bottom right of the screen, which is what is supposed to happen. So I'll probably add that next week and probably do more searching for what more enemies I want in the game. So if you think that's interesting, stay tuned for the next devlog. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please support my game on itch.io. The link's in the description. And if you want to support me financially, there is my Ko-Fi page as well. And as always, thank you for watching.